The Australian kangaroo is an iconic symbol of the country's wildlife and plays a central role in its ecosystem. With over 60 species of kangaroos, they are part of the Macropodidae family, meaning big-footed, which refers to their powerful hind legs that allow them to hop across vast distances. Kangaroos are unique in their adaptation to the Australian environment, thriving in diverse habitats ranging from arid deserts to lush coastal regions. Kangaroos are symbolic of Australia for several reasons, deeply rooted in both the country's natural environment and cultural identity. Their prominence as a national symbol can be attributed to their unique biological characteristics, historical significance, and the strong connection Australians have with their wildlife. Unique to Australia, kangaroos are native to Australia and are found nowhere else in the wild in such abundance. Their distinctiveness makes them a natural symbol of the country's unique biodiversity. Australia's isolation as a continent for millions of years allowed kangaroos to evolve in ways that are highly specialized for the Australian environment, especially its arid regions. As a result, kangaroos represent Australia's distinctive natural world and its isolation from the rest of the globe. Historical and cultural significance. When European explorers and settlers arrived in Australia, they were fascinated by the kangaroo, an animal unlike any they had seen before. The kangaroo's peculiar method of hopping, its large muscular tail, and the presence of a pouch for its young were novel features to early settlers. As a result, the kangaroo quickly became an emblem of the new and exotic continent. Over time, the kangaroo was embraced as a national symbol, particularly as Australia sought to distinguish its identity from its colonial past. As Australia moved toward becoming an independent nation, symbols that were uniquely Australian became more prominent. The kangaroo's endemic status made it an ideal candidate. Physical characteristics and adaptations. Kangaroos are known for their large, muscular hind legs and long tails, which provide balance when hopping. Their front limbs are smaller, used mainly for feeding and grooming. Adult males, often called boomers, are typically larger than females, flyers, and have a more muscular build. Kangaroos' hind legs are designed for efficient movement, capable of propelling them forward at speeds up to 60 kilometers per hour, 37 miles per hour, in short bursts and covering up to 9 meters, 30 feet, in a single bound. Their tails also play a crucial role in movement, acting as a counterbalance and aiding in stability. Kangaroos use their tails almost like a fifth leg when moving slowly or when grazing. This adaptation is especially useful in the vast, open landscapes of Australia, where long-distance travel is often necessary to find food and water. Social structure and behavior. Kangaroos are highly social animals that live in groups known as mobs. Mobs can range in size from a few individuals to large gatherings of hundreds, depending on the availability of resources. Living in groups provides kangaroos with protection from predators such as dingoes, eagles, and humans. The dominant male in a mob establishes control over the group and mates with multiple females. Kangaroos are primarily crepuscular, meaning they are most active during dawn and dusk. This behavioral pattern helps them avoid the extreme heat of the day, especially in the harsh Australian outback. They spend much of their time grazing on grasses and shrubs, which make up the bulk of their diet. Their herbivorous diet requires them to be constantly on the move, seeking new feeding grounds as vegetation is depleted. Reproduction and life cycle. Kangaroos have a fascinating reproductive process. Females are capable of delayed implantation, which means they can pause the development of an embryo until environmental conditions are favorable for raising a joey. After a brief gestation period of about 30 to 40 days, a tiny underdeveloped joey is born and crawls into the mother's pouch. Here, the joey continues to develop, feeding on the mother's milk for several months. The joey remains in the pouch for about 8 months before it starts venturing outside, gradually increasing the time it spends outside the pouch until it can survive independently. However, the joey will continue to nurse for up to 18 months. Thanks for watching, and until next time on Tiger Zoo, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.